Hello, welcome, real estate professionals. Thanks for being a part of our monthly Agent Advantage webinar series. My name is Kurt Klaus, and thanks for being a part. We do these first Wednesday of each month, and these webinars are all part of the Agent Advantage website. No cost, no obligation. So this month, our topic, we're going to do it a little bit different. After launching our same-day mortgage, talking to agents, they just couldn't believe that we could do a mortgage in one day. They were like, is this true? Are you saying that buyers can get approved in one day, go through the whole process in days instead of weeks? How is that even possible? So today we thought we'll do it a little different. Instead of one of our classic webinars, we will share some more detail on how the same-day mortgage works. So you, the real estate agent, are aware of how it can help your clients in today's market, where more than ever, speed is key. Speed will help you win more deals. This webinar will be a little shorter, plan on 20, 30 minutes, but as always, please submit your questions in the chat feature and we will get to them if possible. But if not, we will for sure reply to you individually with an answer. Before we get going and before I introduce Mike, we want to mention that this webinar is brought to you by the Agent Advantage website. It is agents.rate.com. It is packed with features for real estate agents to help you grow your business and help you look good to your clients. It has a loan status dashboard where you can check the status of all of your deals in progress. It has a coaching piece, which includes webinars just like this one. All past webinars are archived on the site. It has a marketing CRM site powered by Total Expert. It has flyers, single property websites, lead capture apps. If you're not familiar with Agent Advantage, go to agents.rate.com. Also a mention of our Agent Advantage Insider Facebook page. Go to Facebook, search Agent Advantage Insider. You can click that QR code on the screen. It's a closed group, but you can request to join. Agent Advantage Insider Facebook page has everything we're doing at Agent Advantage. It has the upcoming webinars. We are all about promoting agent excellence, and we would love to have you join our Facebook group. So again, today, how can someone possibly get a mortgage in one day, you might ask. So we want to kind of go through step by step and explain the process if you're not familiar with our newly launched same-day mortgage, to help you not only get more offers accepted and help your buyers win offers, but also we want to help you, the real estate agent, make the entire transaction faster and easier so your clients are happy. And this lets you help buyers move as fast as cash. So to help walk you through the same-day mortgage process, we have brought on Mike Dye. Mike is the Senior Production Manager here at our corporate office. No one knows the business better than Mike. Mike, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me, Kurt.
Glad that you can talk to our agent audience and tell them exactly a little bit more about our newly launched same-day mortgage.
Yeah. So same-day mortgage is obviously, as you're thinking about it, right? What does that even mean? And what we're trying to achieve at Guaranteed Rate is for the client and for the agent to really drive as much certainty into not only the borrower's qualifications, but also our ability to get a loan the same day and to be able to close in as little as 10 days. And so arguably, as we started thinking about what people wanted, we really came down to three things. People want, obviously, a product that's fast. People want a product that's easy and to work with a business and a loan officer that's easy and fast. And then also, obviously, competitively priced. So when we think about this, we really were putting our heads together and we thought, with the team that we have in place and the technology that we have at Guaranteed Rate, and the way in which we could orchestrate a process flow, we found that we could actually approve clients in the same day as when we kicked off which obviously provides a huge value add to not only them as it related to, the confidence that they have to be able to offer when they're making offers on homes, but also for you, the agent. So you and the listing agent know that arguably that buyer is good to go on their mortgage, either subject to an appraisal, or we even potentially got an appraisal waiver on the deal and can provide a final approval that same day. So really the program is all about providing as much certainty as we can to you, the agent, and to, of course, our client that you referred over to us. So, again, this is really about, and it works really with all types of clients, right? It doesn't necessarily, it's not restricted just to purchase. We can obviously do this for refinancing as well. The down payment requirements are as little as 3% on a conventional loan, which is great for first-time home buyers. And we want to be able to really, again, drive as much confidence into everybody to let them know that this buyer, whether or not you want to close in as little as 10 days or not, we can at least lift the mortgage contingency significantly faster than really all other lenders out there, and obviously out of industry norms.
Okay, so we're going to go through 4 quick sets. Before we get started, available in all 50 states.
Yep.
All 50 states. And the best way, if you are the agent, to get your client started with the process?
Well, just to introduce them over to us, right? That's the best. So arguably clients that could benefit from this type of service and speed and execution, right? The best thing to do is actually introduce them to us, or introduce them to obviously the loan officer in your market that you're working with. And arguably when clients get pre-approved and they want to put offers on homes, we can let them know right away whether or not they need pay stubs or W-2s or bank statements or tax returns. And we actually even have a service that's exclusive to Guaranteed Rate that we can check whether or not we even need an appraisal based on how we've constructed that loan for the client in advance of the actual contract, which is huge. So we can actually tell you with 100% certainty that whether or not an appraisal would even be required, which provides even more certainty to the listing agent and obviously you as well, that deal can close and have that mortgage contingency removed even faster. But really to kick off, once we have the terms secured and we've got a live loan with a contract in place, we would ask the client to go into our secure portal to electronically sign the first draft of the application kit and complete some of the tasks that are in that secure portal. When they're done, it immediately goes right to an underwriter's queue. They review and approve the loan. And that's when we issue that same day mortgage approval, which is, again, very powerful. And it could all happen in that day with the commitment to use and get their terms secured, signing the application kit in our portal, and completing those tasks. Obviously, clients would use the digital mortgage to get pre-approved, or if they've not gotten pre-approved and they've got a contract and they need to be super competitive and win the bid, they can immediately go onto rate.com and apply online in English or in Spanish. And it's great because immediately, as soon as we have their information, we can then secure those terms and then send them the application kit to sign.
Another new launch, just having this available start to finish in Spanish too.
Yes,
another
absolutely.
Exciting news.
So once they actually sign the application kit and complete their tasks, they'll also get a $250 credit towards their closing costs for moving as fast as we do. So we move exceptionally quickly because we know that arguably speed wins, especially in this market. So we incent our clients to actually move at the same pace that we do. And when they do, we'll give them a $250 credit towards their closing costs, which is awesome.
And when is that applied?
That's applied immediately as soon as they sign and complete the tasks. So it would discount their closing costs that they would pay at closing.
And what are the requested docs specifically?
It's a great question. Everybody's a little bit different, and same day mortgage really applies to almost everybody within a conventional loan space, right? So really, whether or not we need pay stubs or bank statements or W-2s or tax returns is kind of, again, depending on the client's profile and how we're qualifying them for the mortgage request that they want, we would either request those items or we potentially can even waive those items based on the relationship that we have with their employer, we might be able to validate, again, where they work and how much income they make, completely eliminating those tasks from their portal, making it even easier and faster for them to complete what it is that we need them to complete for that same day mortgage approval.
And it says within 8 hours. Obviously, this whole process relies on the speed of the buyer adding their documents, but 8 hours is the recommended time to
Correct.
get everything together
Correct.
and get it in.
So we basically say, listen, if you can complete what it is that we need you to complete, ideally same day or up to 8 hours, we'll give you that $250 credit for moving as fast as we do.
Got it.
So once we, again, validate an underwriting, whether or not they needed pay stubs, W-2s, tax returns, or bank statements, whether or not we needed those items or not, once we actually validate and the loan goes through our underwriting queue, at that point, we then would say that the loan is final approved. If we need an appraisal, we'll wait for that before issuing the final approval. And again, if there is an appraisal that's needed, the same day mortgage would be an approval subject to the appraisal, but that's it. Otherwise, it's a same day mortgage and it's final approved if an appraisal is waived.
Right. I was going to ask you about appraisal. That's a key point, but otherwise clear to close.
Clear to close. Exactly.
Step 4.
Well, if we are final approving borrowers the same day, which really we have done for over a year now in this program, right? At that point, we're ready to close. If we're ready to close on day 1 or day 2, then arguably we can advance the closing date, or you can set a very aggressive closing date if the seller is motivated to move that fast, or if it helps you or your client be competitive in a multi-offer situation. So again, use speed to your advantage and partner with us as the lender that can execute faster than anybody, because in a market like this, speed does come into a huge factor as it relates to the decisions that sellers are making. Because really, at the end of the day, the seller just wants certainty that they're going to sell their house, and we're giving that certainty right away.
What is the quickest you've seen
a loan final approved the same day? I think the record right now for the company is 3 hours. So super fast. And that was a total final approval in 3 hours. There was no appraisal on the deal. And I believe that we also had automated income and automated assets. And so as soon as the borrower signed, they really didn't have anything else to do, went right to the underwriter. They signed off on what needed to be signed off as it related to the borrower profile. And we were able to issue that firm commitment, releasing the mortgage contingency within 3 hours. It was pretty impressive.
Wow. What is most common concern, or maybe most frequently asked question from a buyer going through the process?
They normally say, like, I don't want to close in 10 days, or I don't need to close in 10 days. And we want to really emphasize that this isn't just about the clients that want to move fast, or the sellers that want to move fast in terms of the actual exchange of the real estate, right? Like, where I'm selling you this home in 8, 9, 10 days. Or even 2 weeks for that matter. It's really about providing the certainty that the borrower has not only gone through underwriting, but they have a formal approval just subject to the appraisal if one is even needed. So it's more about the mortgage contingency, and it's more about providing the certainty that your buyer or the buyer that's buying the home is completely good to go. And we want to be able to be the first on the scene to say that. Unlike, again, normal lenders that take anywhere between, 3 weeks and 6 weeks to be able to get a loan manufactured. We have, again, with the right team, the right technology, the right process flow, the right leadership, all of that has come together where we can actually architect doing that the same day.
Right. So if your buyer is ready to go and speed is of the most importance, get with your loan officer from Guaranteed Rate family of companies and get the process started.
Absolutely. And Kurt, I'll be honest with you, speed is always of importance, right? You may not want to close in 10 days, like I said, but let's be clear. In 2023, especially with companies like Amazon, where you can press a couple of buttons on your phone and have a package delivered to your doorstep in 2 hours, arguably that's where we've kind of come along as human beings. We want it all and we want it now. So everyone's very conditioned to that. And as a result, we are staying ahead of ahead of that in the lending industry and really the first on the scene to be able to architect this amazing initiative, thanks to our great leadership at the company. And again, the great tech and the great workflows that we have.
Yeah, totally agree. This generation expects to do things
Correct.
quickly. And
They want it all, and they want it now, and they want it to be easy. So that's what we've been able to architect successfully.
Thank you, Mike. Really appreciate your time. Thanks for sharing your insight and expertise. Before we go, want to mention that on the Agent Advantage website, there is also a same-day mortgage page. It's on the front page under Helping You Look Good. There's a tab. If you want to learn more, click on the same-day mortgage page. And again, on behalf of Mike Dye and the Guaranteed Rate family of companies, thanks for joining our monthly webinar. I hope this helps you this spring selling season get your buyers approved super fast. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, we'd love to hear from you. You can contact us at agents@rate.com. We'd love to hear from you. And a reminder to tune in next month. We're going to do a webinar on how to create BombBomb videos. Video is the future, and to be able to communicate instead of sending an email, to send your clients and post content using short, effective BombBomb videos. Hope we turn it for that one. So again, thanks for joining us. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, everybody.